friends, it's Father Andrew with a mini Gadget Gospel. I hope you are well, friends. And I have a little parcel to unbox here. And I've recently mentioned a couple of refurbished products that I've bought, trying to save the planet, save money, and all of those good things. But also, that's kind of part of my spirituality, which is about refurbished, and also kind of not buying the latest thing all the time. Sometimes that's what ends up happening, but actually kind of being thankful for what I have, and remembering that when the new latest thing comes out, actually what I have was once the latest thing, either to me or to the person who had it before me if it's refurbished. And kind of being thankful for what we have, and not that kind of treadmill of consumerism that really is killing the planet and is also not great, I think, for our spirituality. Anyhow, so this is not a refurbished item, but it is from a company called Ugreen, who have really good sustainability, and it is a charger for my phone, my watch, and my AirPods. And I bought one that is foldable, so that I can use it when I travel, and I can use it at home, because I thought actually that is a good thing. I don't need to then worry about getting extra kind of charging cables for when I'm away and that sort of thing. So this is the Magsafe, and it's Qi2 certified. I don't know what that means, but I know what it means, if you know what I mean. 15 watts, and I went for a not the top wattage, because I tend to just charge everything overnight, apart from my watch, which I'm using to track my sleep at the moment. So I don't need things to be fast charge, and I encourage us all to think about that, because it also isn't necessarily great for battery health to really fast charge stuff, and it's not needed. And I don't know, some of these things might be smart enough to go, okay, I've charged all these things, let's stop using power, but I suspect that they're not all like that, and I haven't got time to work it out. So I went for kind of mid-range, so that I know it will be fast enough, certainly for things like wanting to charge my watch in the morning while I'm getting ready, so that I can use it during the day and keep it on at night. And we'll see how fast it actually is. But let's have a look at the little thing. And I ordered this direct from the Ugreen website. It was one of these where you sign up and there's like a voucher code, so that was very much appreciated. I'm sure I've said this before, but none of this is paid promotion, if only. So here it is. This is the cute little stand. Quite pleased to see that it's cardboard inside, which is good, instead of, wow, this is tiny. So that's the palm of my hand, and that's the thing. Now I'm really hoping, although I don't know, oh yes, so I've got a bit of a bugbear about plastic coverings on things. Like, this is sitting in a box. I don't care if it gets a little scratch when it's on the way, but I also really doubt that it will get any little scratch. But I'm very happy to see the recycle logo on here, and I encourage us all to think carefully about that, of course, as I'm sure we do, and also to kind of check whether it's, how does it work with our actual recycling facilities. Now this is proving a pain to actually get off. There's some kind of lip here, and I have strong nails. When I was a little boy, my granny always used to give me to eat raw jelly, and she used to say, oh, it's good for your nails. So I've always had good nails, thanks Granny. And but this is tough. Okay, there we go, we've split. So yeah, quite a lot of that, which I just think is unnecessary, even if it's recyclable, to be absolutely frank. This feels quality. I'm just going to guess how it works. Okay, great. So phone goes on there. Ah, yes. Okay, so we lift this up. So yes, so this is the 2-in-1, which is simply, you can get 3-in-1 that do your watch and your pods and your phone at the same time. But I thought, no, I can just go for pods or watch here, depending on how I'm doing, and phone on here. And I have to say, this does feel really solid. it feels like it's just gonna last well. It clicks into place nicely, and that is great for traveling. It's quite heavy. I don't know how heavy it is, and probably tells me in the order but not necessarily on the box, which is fair enough. So yeah, let's just, that's what I'm going to have to remember, is which side. So cable charger at the back, so I don't try and take it off. Let's just, for illustration purposes, take the phone. Oh yeah, no, that's great. So nice and strong. And I think, you know, from reading reviews and things, you know, not all magnet chargers are equal. So that is very, oh, and that's nice. So it's got a kind of, is that just my case? Yeah, I think it's just my case, because my case has a kind of lip here. So it feels like it's kind of going to right angles, but I suspect you can put this at any angle. Yeah, any angle you would like to. So there we go. That way, whichever way you like. And actually that's nice. You can actually kind of have it quite, I quite like to, if I've got this on my desk, actually just have it sitting there so that I can use the phone, see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's got a good angle. So let's just pop the pods on. And obviously nothing's going to happen because it's not plugged in, and this is a charger rather than a power bank. But just to see, that's interesting. Doesn't feel very magnetic, but maybe it doesn't need to. Okay, let's pause, plug it in, and see what happens. So in the meantime, Carrot the kitten has decided that she wants to know what's going on. So please do say hello to Carrot in the comments, and maybe your cat wants to say hello to Carrot. Carrot says hello to your cat and to you. Okay, Carrot, we need to find a cable for this. All right. Okay, so this is plugged in. Cable's too short, the one that I have, and my desk is too untidy to show you. So I'll show you in a minute, but it's plugged in. And just to confirm, the pods just kind of sit there in their little thing. Yeah, they've already charged 2%. The case is charged 2% and the phone is charging happily as well. So in the meantime, let's just have a look at the little cable. Again, yeah, this is recyclable, but I do not see why a cable needs a bag. I know I'm banging on about it, but like the climate crisis is real and urgent, and you know, I know it's hard to point to exactly what's doing what, but the hurricane in Jamaica, for instance, where I was born and where my family's from, is sad, you know, and it's not unrelated to all the stuff that we're making and consuming. So I don't know how long this is. I could show you. Shall I show you? I've got my measuring tape here, actually, from measuring some photos earlier. So the cable is, let's see, in a very precise measurement, as you can see, it's 40 inches long, or otherwise known as a meter, basically. So that is fairly cool. Is anybody else finding actually that it's a bit annoying that everything comes with USB-C on both ends? Because actually still most of my charging sockets are like you plug in the old USB, what's it called, USB-A. So I am, yeah, anyway. And I also do think that companies just shouldn't be sending these out at all, because I dread to think how many I have from different things. So let's just completely finish. I'm really pleased that all of this is cardboard, as I say. And inside is a nice little thing saying basically put this in the recycling in French, and a help guide. And I never read these things with something so simple. And actually, to be fair, all it does is say, all it does is give you troubleshooting, I think, because even they know you just plug it in, stick the things on, and they're going to charge. So there we are, folks. Gadget Gospel. As I say, no promotion here, but I have to say, the only question I have about this is whether some people might find it annoying that the although they charge, the pods just sit in the little kind of tray underneath. They don't, there's no magnet. So you might be slightly annoyed if you're used to them sticking on, that they could potentially get knocked off. But yeah, so let's just go. So that's it, like literally there's no, I'm really trying to see if there is a magnet, but I think that is literally just gravity, and yeah, but they work, and it seems to charge them quite quickly. What I do want to just do is see if my refurbished Apple Watch will charge on this. And I'm kind of going to stick it on the front, the magnet, where the phone goes. So let's just put my passcode in to, I nearly told you what it was then. Yeah, I don't think that's charging. Let's see. No, that's not charging. So let's see if it'll charge where the pods are. And I have to say, that's another thing I would... It's not charging, Andrew, because it's not plugged in. Okay, let's plug it in and pop the watch on the top. I'm just going to put the passcode in again. Yeah, so plugged in, but no, I don't think this is compatible with your Apple Watch, which actually feels like a shame. I get that it's 2-in-1, totally, and that's how it's advertised. But the fact that it doesn't, because my little flat charger that I have charges my buds and my watch, so I should have thought that the watch would charge on the bottom. So 2-in-1 for phone and pods, and to be absolutely frank, it is really clear on the box. It says for iPhone and AirPods. So travel friendly, adjustable, 15 watts. There we go. Magnetic attachment, strong and precise. So folks, that is that. And yeah, thank you, Ugreen, for being sustainable and conscious about the package. Folks, another thought. This is a really beautiful, solid, kind of reassuringly heavy piece of kit. I don't know how reassuring that is from a sustainability point of view, but also on the bottom is a really nice rubber ring, and I have a glass desk here and it is absolutely solid, like it's not going to move. So if that's important to you, just so you know, that is a very good thing. And also I've kind of noticed that there is input. So there's the name on the front, which helps you know which way to do that. Then you plug the charger in at the back, but there is also a USB-C output on the side. So if you want to kind of plug something else in that isn't supported by this, you can still do that with the one cable. It won't take up two cables on your plug, if you see what I mean. So there we are. Okay, so when I said there were no instructions, I was wrong. There are indeed very nice, simple instructions. And one thing that this shows is that the little output on the side can be used for, I think they obviously have some kind of watch charger that they sell separately, which can be linked to the side. I'd say, goodness, if you want 3-in-1, I think I would just buy 3-in-1, right? Because otherwise it's another thing to lose. It's another expense. And, you know, this wasn't cheap, it wasn't expensive, and there was a good discount code. Yeah, so I have to say, treat this as a 2-in-1 charger, because that's what it is when it arrives, unless you want to bundle up with the extra watch charger, in which case I think you might as well just get something that does all of that in one go. But certainly for a sort of super mini, which you gain mininess by not having a built-in watch charger, I think this is brilliant. And I've got a sort of feeling that this may start to live on my desk, because it's really cute, it's really cool to use, and you know, just having this sitting on my desk so I can see my phone, see what's happening, and have my pods charging and all of that. Yeah, I think there might be a slight temptation to say, actually, I need a different one for my bedside table. But I'm going to try and resist that. Just charge the watch separately in the mornings. We'll see. Also, when this is folded down, plug it in, and actually the pods, the AirPods case, will sit on the top, on the bit that kind of looks mainly like you would use it for your phone, and charge very nicely. Another handy feature there, so you can kind of keep it low. And also, like I say, the tray inside is not magnetic, but this one actually is. Isn't it, Carrot? Folks, I have some other little Gadget Gospel reviews to share at some point, but I just never have time to edit anything. And, you know, who knows when I'll even send this one out. But feel free to subscribe. My other videos are mainly proper, like, vicar, rector, priest videos about spirituality and prayer and God and church and questions that people ask. So feel free to click like and subscribe, as they say. And let's enjoy our gadgets, enjoy our tech, and let's do so as responsibly as possible and with the best possible spirituality of enjoyment and thankfulness, and trying to stave off the cravings for more and more tech. Friends, goodbye and God bless till next time. Take care.